God, I've been standing here for probably a month. But more importantly, welcome back, guys, to Let's Read Katawa Shoujo. It's me, Lower Boy. You guys missed me. Anyway, I'm gonna explain my absence real quick. Crap. Shouldn't have clicked. But what happened was my old laptop had a problem where it wouldn't render any more stuff in HD because it didn't have enough RAM or space. So what happened was I had to wait to get my new laptop, which I finally got. My new laptop. It's actually my school laptop from when I go to college. God, college, that's always weird to say. But finally back and ready to continue on with everything. Pokemon Gold will come back eventually, once I actually get time to do that. But I thought, why not go back to Katawa Shoujo because I started this, and I really wanted to get back to reading it. Yeah, just so you know, I only read this when I record. I don't read it when I'm not recording. Anyway, but for wondering why I'm looking over here a lot, because I have a dual monitor now, so I'm just checking stuff here. And we're going to record for another half an hour. That's what I do with this. Anyway, I accidentally skipped this line, but let's begin our story. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. ... Or ... Can't count. We are in the middle of class, and she started working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. He-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchange between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also working at the dark-haired girl. No, looking at the dark-haired girl. Why doesn't he say anything? He's a douche. He-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or is Misha just looking at me looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. ... Okay, but look, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. That always happens to me. I think one thing, but I always end up doing something else. Classic. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. ... Yay, wahahaha. Okay, Hichan, perfect. God damn it. I don't miss Misha, though. I miss Shizune, but I don't miss Misha. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Mysterious girl. Is that a song? I think that is a song. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Okay, that was me in high school. ... Oh god, she's mad. Oh god, it's Misha. Yes, it is He-chan. Impossible. Really? Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha's always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking at the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really. Shizune can't hear me, but it'd be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. Jesus Christ, I have no idea what I just read. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. Oh god! I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Stare at her eyes more. ... Are you sure, He-chan? Very sure. ... Ha ha ha! You're wrong, He-chan. Because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, that's on the line in my Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahahaha! Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. Oh god, that's like the typical like snobby thing to do where you're like, yes. Oh gosh, the bell. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, so she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. Hey, weird painting guy, I missed you. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Oh crap! ... He like bum rushed me. They were like, where do you think you're going? I'm like, where do you want to eat? In the cafeteria? Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pulled me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Ichan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? ... Right, Shichan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver. Where the fuck did I get enter from? To deliver a speech. Fucking first grade reading level over here. Ichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There is a book club, right, Shichan? Right, but it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. ... Ah, okay, but more to the point. Hichan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. ... Good, great. That's great, Hichan. Really great. Haha. Wahahaha. God damn it. I really hate Misha's character because I'll laugh. Why is it so great? I have a bad feeling about this. No reason, I'm dead. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one thing. Student council. Fuck no. I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. There was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. On the hang down. ... I think I counted my dots. Haha. Right, Hichan. Maybe we should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. I figured that much. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk to about this way. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. ... Haha, of course! We're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that? ... Haha, no, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course it'd be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the working of one school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look the cutest, although they're already pretty cute to begin with. Haha! The truth comes out! Hichan. I called him Hichan. Hisao is a ladies' man. Well... ... So it's settled then. Welcome to Student Council, Hichan. What? No! See, Shichan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. ... Yep, that's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shichan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha gets signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. ... Wahaha! That's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said! How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? ... Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up and not be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. ... Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us, and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Wow, apparently Misha doesn't know big words. Sorry? I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. Oh god, they're pissed! ... In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. No, it's rock, paper, scissors. Or thumb war. Not fucking paper football. I don't go to my friends like, we have a decision to make. We need to decide in paper football. ... And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. Waha, that means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Haha, yeah, that's true. How'd you know, Hichan? She's only frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts at getting the student council. I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. Never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Haha! More truth comes out. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk, the game of world domination? Risk. Fucking Risk. I suck at that game, so everyone knows. I don't know how to fucking play it half the time. I don't know what that is. It's really funny, Sean. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Let's destroy the world. That's how we'll make our decision. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. ... Ah, really, Shichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shishino hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect! We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Wahahaha! I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than everything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete. Just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Wait! Come back! During afternoon class, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice. Or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be so nosy. That was the fastest class ever, holy shit! After class, Shizune and Misha quickly find me. By the way, if you guys can tell, I'm a little more energetic. The other ones recorded at night with my parents in the other room. Now, parents aren't home. And by myself. I'm gonna be stupid. Misha quickly find me by the front door lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. Ah, what the fuck? I feel a little offended, but I'd be considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for in the path that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to its cell. It actually is! It's that fuck! Wow, what's wrong, Hichan? ... Okay. That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know. Misha, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down and play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Holy fuck! We gotta get out of here. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem like a little silly. ... That's not true, Hee-chan. Hee-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Fuck it. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that, I know you heard me, you have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Put on a deaf person, good job. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. Wait a minute, the student council get access to school records? How the fuck is that fair? They can, like, get all the crap on me. It's stupid. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here, or something. But the most noticeable thing that the room doesn't have is other people. That is sad as fuck. Are we early? ... No. What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? ... Yeah, that's right. Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Yuzune claps her hands together very energetically. ... Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Haha, okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. I think Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial. Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Like a karate chop, like, whoosh, game stopped! Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I started feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Oh fuck. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. ... Hee-chan wants to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Hee-chan also said that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle it over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no! ... Hee-chan admires your fighting spirit and just put be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. My people are fucked! Ha 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 ha! You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take that as a compliment. I'm expecting the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Fuck it. Magnanimous. Oh, magnanimous. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed. She pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index finger against her temples. They're trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. ... Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please slow down, Hee-chan. Hee-chan? Hee-chan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush your world empire with my rebellion. Anarchy, motherfucker! Okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. What the fuck? I just noticed her face. Kawaii desu! ... She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. She has a point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. Oh, fuck! Should I just go like balls in YOLO factor? Or should fuck it. It's like this. You're just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense set up, and I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously, allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air. Your fist pump from celebration. ... Why, Chen, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. God damn it, I lost my country. I mean Shi-chan, not me. ... Trying to control North America is ambitious because it provides a 5-army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. ... Thought you have more guts. How disappointing. Ambition. You're trying your plans to be more daring. Ambition. Yeah, whatever. ... I was really excited when you took South America. Ah, my people! My people! But then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hichan. You didn't take enough risk, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hichan. What the fuck? Damn! Wasn't there about playing too carefully. There's no need to rub it in my face. Oh. Shizune, what are you doing? ... I wonder if you'd be any good for the student council. What's this, reverse psychology? Guess I don't have to worry about joining it or not in that case. ... Giving up just like that? I expected more of you. Seriously, Shizune trying to talk me into joining the council. Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my 2nd day. I can't make that kind of commitment. Jesus Christ, am I getting married? I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet, and these two are a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide. Really, Hichan? Not just saying that to make us feel better. Yeah, I'm just not sure I want to. Aww. ... I can't win, apparently. Okay, Hichan, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. There's still a chance it'll come around. ... Come on. We could really have fun. We could play more risk, and maybe one day you could beat me. Unless we graduate before that. Oh, fuck you, Misha. That doesn't make me any less reluctant about joining, you know. ... Wahaha! Surely you are not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game you know then, to give you a handicap. I might have said that just to make you feel better after all. Oh, that's cold, Hichan. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize that I spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. Where? I don't see it. I seriously don't see a clock. ... It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shichan. We think the library is open. It's on the 2nd floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No, it's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. 2nd floor hallway is a carbon copy of the 3rd floor one. Fucking creepy painting again. Wide, of course, and plain. Like the only hallways can be. Haha, fuck you, hallway. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating that which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet I'm allowed to choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, just barely ajar so I can see it open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open. Well, this one is not quite that. It's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling... You accidentally walked into the girls' locker room. You're fucked. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively feared doing something wrong by entering. It's kind of creepy. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Oh! Oh! Dot dot dot. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of a solitary figure take the center stage in an otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice away, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Oh! 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 Hello there, may I help you? God, this is gonna be hard. Can't do girl voices. Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her. The girl rests in a teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That, and the slight cleanse to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku. Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting, one which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. Hisao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with the formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking their quest in stride. Without any word— No, go back, please! Without any words, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha had no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offering preparing the drink. So, her soft blur brings me out of my silent observance. Hello. Which room are you looking for? It's not often that this classroom is visited after school. The school library. Some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup and she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred. I'm aware, Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. 3 with them means you're in the class 3-3, no? That's right, in the science room with Muto. She has a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon, slowly walking towards the table, teacup, saucer in hand. Oh my god, please. Lily. He's quite a character. Imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Hey, it's me! Damn, look badass! As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I really think it'd be hard to never choke down. Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal. Oh, please. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself with a faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by. Mama, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure, sorry, I guess I'm really showing my newness here. In an environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which would include her, it seems, also ready to jump ship from this particular topic. I siege into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I'd like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My dues as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so our friend and I use this room for having tea. Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for at least a less biased view of the school's clubs. My fucking door. You're wondering what that was? That was my door, shutting itself. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the baseball club and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, those such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. Aren't this school shares the same rule as my old one? Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Oh god, that's a relief. I really let my guard down around this school with such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Lily, please! Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. Holy crap! This looks awesome! That song sounds sick. As I look over to the window over her shoulders, I notice the light coming out into the room and it's distinctly orange tinged. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, the time's gone quickly. Sorry. Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. Maybe she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you in the library for so long. I quickly moved to a later concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She probably takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should ask Shizune when I have the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case. True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays. Quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hand still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you to where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Well, unless my navigation skills fail me, which I seem to have a habit of doing. It's all right. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I can introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny our offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. Please. Billy, Katawa Shoujo, please. She stands up to follow me. She takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the hand of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking Lee as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school library, with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old war world air. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to the thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thud against it, followed by a quiet wail. Ah. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. Hi Lily, how can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt at staying casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing, I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and when I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay, sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. Jesus Christ! You're one unlucky person. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any inconvenience by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. Hee hee hee. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression. And then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. Lily shows them Lily replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit a library perfectly. Oh, Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived. Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but amidst her celebration, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes in the spot where she does. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me. Yuko, this is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. Pleased to meet you. Hisao, right? Hisao, pleased to meet you too, Hisao. Alright guys, I think it's been 30 minutes, or half an hour, however you want to pronounce it, but I think I'm going to end off here. I think we read a lot today. We apparently almost joined student council, or being threatened to join student council, or being forced or pushed by people, especially Zuni and Misha. And we met Lily. And I'm going to end with just that. We just met Lily. But anyway, see you guys next time on Katawa Shoujo. See ya.